Howdy, folks. Welcome back to the Broke the Baron Challenge. Cousin Skeeter here. Well, folks, in the last episode, we got everything we needed done to get past the Tycoon tier, and now we are working on completing the Baron Tour tier. And man, we got a lot of stuff to do. I was sitting here making a list, and we kind of did this fairly quickly. Jumping in there, we may have pushed it a little too fast. I don't know. We're gonna find out. But we got to get some things going. We got to feed our horses for one thing. And we got some hay already, but we need to get some oats, and we got some TMR made. We need to get all that TMR that's made in the barn. We need to cut the grass out there. We need to, once that silage is ready, that needs to go in the TMR maker. We need to buy some land. I've picked out 4 plots of land that I want to get. And we have to make a decision, and I haven't put the numbers to it yet, but I think that if we go ahead and take $1 million loan, and I know that's a lot of money. If we go ahead and take $1 million loan, we can go ahead and get those properties and get all this stuff in production quicker, rather than having to wait till we make the money to buy the land. We still have to pay those loans back, but I think that we'll be able to make that money back fairly quick. And then we got to get our eggs. We can set the eggs up over here to where they will automatically go over into the noodle factory, where we make our noodle soup. And then we need to decide on what crops are going where in these new fields, because we're going to need to plant. I got it figured out. I think we're going to need to plant barley. We can use that for the chickens, to feed the pigs, or in the pig food mixer if we get one, and to make flour. Our horses need oats. Pigs can use corn in the pig food maker, or if we just outright mix it directly. And the carrots need some kind of root crop, so I'm thinking carrots, because they're very yield quite a bit more than everything else. And that's the same thing for the corn. We could do sorghum, but corn has a better yield. And if we're going to do the corn, we're going to need to buy a corn header for our harvester here, and then we're going to have to get some way of harvesting the carrots, which I think I've already picked out. I think that thing does carrots over there that I bought in the used market before. I think we just need to get the header for it to do the carrots. So first thing we need to do is let's start working on getting our horses fed, since they don't have any food at all. Let's jump around here till we get to the Unimog. We also need to put a fence around there. They're doing real good about staying in this area, but they really need a fence. So we're going to have to put a fence up at some point too. So let's see. We need to come over here. We're going to use, for right now, we're going to use one of these bales of hay that we've got. And we're just going to pretend that they're hand liftable, even though they're not. We do have that mod, but I may go ahead. Let's see. We got what, 4 stacks? This is our emergency supply for the goats and sheep, and they've been doing really well on that meadow. Uh-oh, don't knock it off, Skeeter. We don't need to have no mess now here, do we? You ain't got nobody come around but yourself to clean up your messes. Oh. There you go. Good enough. We'll be able to break those apart and get those feed those to the horses, and then we'll run down to the shop and get some oats, and then we'll need to plant some oats. We'll need to figure out how many we're going to need. I'm thinking that we're probably going to plant oats. No, not oats, sorry. I think we're going to plant our carrots over in this small field. I think that's what we're going to do. And you'll have to pardon my cat in the background. She's not too happy right now. All right, let's cut these open. Oh, that is not what I wanted to do. Holy cow. Okay. Oopsies. All right, folks, I'm gonna go out on a limb here, and I'm gonna say this one. Haha. That's what I meant to do the first time. Yeah. Sometimes us Skeeters make a mess. That's why we've learned real good how to clean up messes. When you make enough messes, you gotta learn to clean them up. Sometimes I think I live under a lemon tree, 'cause I sure do have to make a lot of lemonade. But we're going to have to see here. Hopefully I left enough room for some oats in there. Alright, let's check them out. Probably should have checked before I put that second round of hay in. horses. Oh, we've only got 70 months of I just may not plant oats. I may just buy the oats. At this rate, I tell you what, I got hay. Yippers. Well, let's see. Dang it. Quit running into stuff, Skeeter. Well, I'll meet y'all down at the shop, and we'll get some oats, and we'll get those back, and then we'll be able to mark that item off of our to-do list for today, and we'll see how much more we can get done. All right, fully loaded. Almost didn't fit, but we made it work. And we're gonna go back and feed them horses, and that'll be one thing done. See you back at the horse pen. All right, let's see what they got. We can get them more oats later, but you know, I'm not too worried about that right now. They have plenty. Okay, now we gotta go take care of the cows. And I do believe I'm gonna go ahead and buy a few adult water buffaloes so we can start getting some buffalo milk in. What do y'all think about that? I think that might help us get money a little quicker. We get started producing that. How many buffaloes can we afford? Not 250, that's for sure. What if we go with, say, 25? I like that number. There we go. That'll get them producing some buffalo milk in there. Now let's go look at our dairy. And our dairy, put that on making the butter from buffalo milk, and we'll spawn butter. Now how are we doing? We got 148 liters of noodle soup. How are we on flour? A little bit of flour, a little bit of pig food. That'll work. All right, now the next thing is let's get our, I'm gonna mark off my list here. We fed the horses. And now we need to feed the cows. And we're gonna make as many trips as we can and empty the TMR that we have. And that'll last them a while. And then I think next month our silage should be ready to go. And we can dump that into the TMR maker and turn that on. And have it start making our TMR. We only have 63,000 liters of our TMR, but that'll get us by. Alright, let's see. There's not enough for a full load. So we got a couple of months worth of TMR in there for these guys. So that'll get us by for now. So now the next thing we need to do, let's see. Let's go over here. Just check that grass again. Is this grass ready to cut yet? Nope. Not really. But I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. Where's that mower at? Ooh, that's loud. Let's come over here and we're going to mow the meadow grass and the cow pasture, because we don't really want them to eat it anyway. I mean, it's okay if it's an emergency, but now that we've got them TMR, they don't need that. And that's a pretty good sized field of grass. So let's see what we can do about it. And unfortunately, this is not a field, so a worker can't do it. So we're going to have to do it ourselves. So this will definitely be a something, time lapse or a jump cut. All right. That wasn't too long. It's a good thing the game mechanics aren't like real life. We'd have had a lot of chopped hamburger. Many times as I ran over cows. All right. How's everybody doing today? I forgot to ask earlier. We just had so much stuff to do, I just kind of forgot about it. Hope y'all are doing good. I'm doing fairly well. I have some up days and down days and just a variety of triggers, but you know, I think we all have our triggers. Jeez Louise, I can't help but hit things today. Yeah, so I decided that what I'm gonna do is I'm going to run the TMR maker at a slower, the grass to silage, I think, at a slower rate, or the grass to hay at a faster rate, so that it ends up having hay left over for the horses and for the sheep and goats when they need it, but they haven't had to need it so far, so I don't know when that's going to be, if they will ever need it. We went through a whole winter and they hadn't used up any of the grass that was there, meadow grass. So I don't know. I don't have a good basis to frame it with. We'll just have to see what happens. All right, we'll time lapse this again, or jump cut it, one of the two. You know the routine. No need to watch all the boring stuff. All right, this is the last load. Excuse me. This is the last load. If I can get out of here without hitting too many things. Of the grass in this field. Close the gate so the animals don't get out. Then we will see. We gotta have a lot of grass in here. We got a lot of silage sitting there too. All right, let's see, how much grass do we have? $224,000. We have another field to cut. Got a little silage in there. We'll see about this these silage bales here. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot we can do to them right now. %. Yeah, and I think they should be ready by tomorrow. What else do we have to do that we can get done today? I'm going to check my list. Okay. Let's drive over here, or walk over here. Take a look at our eggs. And see if we can get them set up so they're auto shipping. So that we don't have to keep making constant runs just to pick them up and take them over to the noodle factory. Move these over here. Now let's go into building mode. Over here. Actually, I think it's in here. We're going to use our lazy distribution system here. And the way that works is we just lay that down on top of, it's toggle free mode. We just sit that down right there. Except pressing the A button doesn't make it happen. Didn't I say free mode on? There we go. There. Now, we should be able to go here and the eggs we want to activate, and we want to change the output mode to distributing. Now, we should be able to put those in there. Put those in there. Excuse me. Alrighty, alrighty. That should have that's all the eggs in the production, in the distribution, and so it should start sending those over to the preserved food factory. Alright, this would be another, although it's not real high here. I don't think we could cut that. Alright, so that's another thing off our list. And I don't think there's a whole lot left to do here right now. So we want to buy 35, 356,000. 36 is 347,000. 24 is 157,000. And 31 is 210,000. So 350 and 350, that's 7, 9, and we could almost buy all of those if we got our loan. Alright, nothing's ready to harvest or anything other than it says our grass, which is not ready till next time, till tomorrow. So I think we might just go and sleep and advance it till tomorrow. Oh, we got a tornado coming. Do we have that on the map anyway? Oh. Excuse me. Well, 31's ready. 36 is ready. 34 is ready. Let's first check our silage real quick. Oh, great rain. That's got some pretty flowers in it. Jump! There we go. All right. As this? Not yet. 98%. It will be later. Okay. So we have the grass to cut over here. How did this rain mess with the cutting the grass? How long is the rain supposed to last? Well, not supposed to have but just a tornado. Where is that at again? Is it coming our way yet? Oh, it's doing lots of damage over there. I'm gonna speed up time a little bit. See if we can get past this rain. There we go. Tornado should be gone. Messed up that guy's field over there. Glad that's not mine. Okay. The next thing we can do is let's get the Unimog and a trailer, and let's go see what all we can pick up and sell for today. First thing we're going to do is we're going to check out our productions up here. We now have 2 production areas to be looking for. Well, we got 1 pallet of noodle soup. And let's check our eggs. There's no eggs there. All the eggs are in there. We are out of flour. And we are out of barley. We'll have to fix that here shortly. So how much is our noodle soup gonna be, and where does it need to go? Drummer 2. Noodle soup, drummer 2. Got that. Now let's go see what we got in the way of dairy and clothes. One pallet of clothes. Mozzarella, goat cheese. Be nice if we had a little butter in there too. More goat cheese, more mozzarella. There anything else? Another goat cheese. I'll bet we can make that all load up there better. Oh, come on. Hold on. Don't shimmy and shake on me. Calm down. Do we need to call a priest and get this truck exorcised? Call an exorcist, huh? Huh? I didn't think so. Let's go get us some wood now. Come over here. Hit that. Gotta hit something. And get our trailer. Alright, I just checked all the prices, and it's just a couple of dollars difference on aged goat cheese between drummer 1 and drummer 2. So we're going to drop all of that off at drummer 2, and all these wood beams are going to go to drummer 1. Let's get the rest of the wood beams out of here. All right. Off to the drummer sale we go. Got about 46,000 right there. And let's see. This load of beans. And then we got more to go back for. $195,000 so far. Well, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get one of those properties today, I think. May go ahead and take that loan out and get all of them. Another load of wood beams to go to the sale. That's a real pretty sight, isn't it? They just explode off of there. I think my equipment's possessed. Excuse me. $224,000, huh? Well, let's see what we want to do next. Well, folks, I believe I am going to bite the bullet and we are going to take $1 million loan out real quick. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to buy our fields. We're going to buy 36, 35, 31, and 24. Now that should, I'll have to run the calculations, but that should be the land that we need, and we have the productions. So now the only thing that's going to be holding us back is going to be that I just took out that big old loan. Now we need to come over here and look at this. And we got green beans ready to harvest. Whole big field of green beans with lots of weeds. So we're gonna jump back over here to the shop. And we're gonna go looking in here. And it turns out that we have purchased already this guy right here. So we're gonna get him. This will get us everything but onions. And we're going to buy that. And then we're going to head up to the shop. We're going to have to repair this guy. We're not going to worry about repainting him. I knew this guy would come in handy when I saw it on the sale. All right. Now we'll see you over at the green bean field. All right, folks, here we are. We're gonna get started with some green beans, and then we'll probably continue this in the next episode. So we'll see how far we go. Oh, crop destruction. Turn on the harvester and lower the header. Or maybe we won't be doing the crop destruction here. All right, folks, at this point, we're going to call this here an episode. And we got a big field, and this is going to take a while, so we're going to do this off screen here with a worker. And we're going to see how well, how many we get here. So anyway, appreciate y'all coming along for the ride, and we still got lots of stuff to do. We're going to have some harvesting and the fields that we bought. Plus, we still have our sorghum to take care of. Our silage bales are going to have to be taken care of. We just got a lot of stuff to do, so y'all come back next time and we'll get back to work at it. Until next time, bye-bye for now.